Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. Once a week or so, we like to recap the Kate is Wonderful articles from the tabloids. In thenews.co.au, the always entertaining Diana Elsa writes, Kate is, of course, off work, off manoeuvres, and off public life. While she undergoes treatment for an unspecified form of cancer, the princess has not been heard from nor seen since revealing her cancer diagnosis, and nor will she be, with no return date even tentatively rumoured. However, if there is one thing that the incredible clamour around her disappearance and then her cancer revelations has proven beyond any shadow of a doubt, is her nearly unfathomable global power and reach. In Kate becoming even more of a superpower, such that they should consider giving her a seat on the UN Security Council, that has in turn only illuminated a coincidental second thing: how increasingly marginalised and diminished the Sussexes seem in comparison. They have found their freedom and their voice, Ariel style, and now can use words like impactful in their press releases to their heart's content in between feeding their chickens, but increasingly the signs point to the Sussexes' depreciating brand. In the months following their momentous 2020 decision to no longer rep Crown Incorporated, and just as Harry was working out how to use the blender on his own, their every Zoom appearance and move made news. If some intrepid newshound had found out they were taking their own bins out, CNN would have probably broken into live coverage to report on the developing important story. The Sussexes now exist on another strata altogether and are looking increasingly inconsequential. According to Sussex.com, the couple's third website in 5 years, they are shaping the future through business and philanthropy. But right now, the only thing they seem to be shaping is the occasional people cover. The CEO of the Scouts, Matt Hyde, told the Mirror that with Kate, what you see is what you get. Hyde said she's totally charming and very good at putting people at ease. As you imagine, whether you're a Scout leader or a young person, when you're meeting the Duchess of Cambridge, some people are in awe or starstruck. Behind the scenes, she's consistent with what you see in public. I think there are some people in the public eye who have such resonance with the public, and that's because what you see is what you get. She's fantastic at asking the right questions and listening to people. She's naturally good at engaging with people of all ages. She really does bring the best out of young people, and she really wants to hear their stories. It's always such an exciting moment when you get to spend time with her and you can see her shine, but also bring the best out of others. She's not afraid to muck in and get involved, and the children love that. Some of the younger ones have a view of what's going to arrive as a princess, like a Disney princess or something like that, so that always takes a bit of getting used to. We've tried to align things we want to talk about as Scouts with things she's passionate about, whether that's younger years or mental health. She's good at asking the right questions in order for them to talk and share their own stories. That's pretty amazing. If you're a young person and you've had that experience, you'll think about that for the rest of your life. For that moment, you're their sole focus of attention. It's really powerful. I think we underestimate that at our peril, there is a bit of joy. It's a privilege to see as it really lights up people's lives. We've had fantastic engagement with her ever since she joined. It was such a brilliant opportunity to promote flexible volunteering, which is what she did, helping out with a cub pack in Anglesey. The advantage of being a volunteer herself is that she isn't daunted by getting involved and she enjoys doing it. This is something that is really core to her belief and what she's passionate about. She's experienced the power of being outdoors on her own well-being and the family's well-being, and she wants other people to experience that as well. She's an incredible role model for the girls and young women in the Scout movement. Fashion stylist Francesca Cairns told The Express that Kate tends to avoid certain colours not because they're wrong, but because she knows what really brings out her natural beauty. It's all about dressing to complement her features, and that's something we can all learn from her. I know people really struggle to put Kate into a season because she does look amazing all the time. However, she is a summer. But perhaps the most amazing account of Kate being wonderful came from this headline in People. Kate Middleton's secret to a sweat-free 5-hour hike revealed 8 years after her impressive feat in Bhutan. People tells the tale of a grueling hike to the Tiger Nest Monastery, a sacred Buddhist site in the Himalayas. The royal couple crossed paths with a group of trekkers on their way up, and one said there wasn't a single trail of sweat on William or Kate, leading one to wonder if Prince Andrew's claim that he doesn't sweat could be something genetic in the Windsor family. Regardless, People tells us, on the way up to the monastery, the royals stopped to talk to 3 hikers from California who were returning down from the mountain. They were pretty all together, Lauren McKinnon from San Francisco told reporters. There wasn't a single trail of sweat. They stopped to talk to us for 3 to 5 minutes and were absolutely charming. As for the secret to Kate not sweating, People reveals Kate brought along her longtime hairdresser, Amanda Cook Tucker, and her personal assistant turned stylist, Natasha Archer. Ponder for a second if that sentence had read something along the lines of, at a recent hike to a monastery in the Himalayas, Meghan Markle brought along her hairdresser and her stylist. Remember the narrative. Meghan is horrible, Kate is wonderful. Palace Intrigue will be right back. With Kate sidelined, we continue to see a fair share of Sophia's wonderful stories. OK Magazine checked in with royal expert Jenny Bond, who said, as the king calls on them to make a more prominent role, Edward and Sophie are showing they are very much up to the task. They are also serving as excellent role models to their great nephews and niece, showing that you can be a spare or even a spare to the spare and make a real success of working as a valued member of the royal family. We also learned via the Mirror of the wonderful Maria Teresa Turrion Barallo, also known as the Nanny. Former BBC royal correspondent Jenny Bond emphasised Maria's importance, stating, Kate must feel Maria is worth her weight in gold and that she can trust her children's welfare to her as she continues her recovery. The Mirror also reported Kate is finding solace at Anmer Hall in Norfolk, where she has a close-knit support system of friends. A royal insider revealed Kate feels more at home in Norfolk. She's got several close friends there. The Van Cutsums live nearby, and so do Tom and Polly Cook. Laura Mead is a close source of comfort for the princess, and so are the Carter girls. Even the former wicked stepmother is wonderful these days. The Mail reported Queen Camilla has been making efforts to reduce the royal postage and stationery expenses. Previously, the Queen would reply to letters using envelopes embossed with the royal crest, which were sent out by £6 special delivery. However, in an effort to economise, she has now switched to using plain, unembossed envelopes and sending her letters via second-class post. By opting for the palace's discount business rate of 69p for second-class stamps, Queen Camilla is helping to save a considerable amount of money for the royal purse. The article humorously notes that this is a case of a first-class queen using second-class mail. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or your app of choice. Hey, leave us 5 stars if you like the show, or leave a review and we'll read them here. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue and good times.